and I have a good time. That's what I keep on saying till I lose my mind. Feel like a bat in a sea breeze, shine like a moon in the last sky. Can you believe it till the end of your life? Oh, we some backs into a room. That's enough for satisfaction. Already know how to have fun. No need of explanation. Whoa, what's it worth of nothing? Whoa, what's it worth of nothing? Surely that doesn't matter. Oh, storyteller. Whoa, what's it worth of nothing? Whoa, what's it worth of nothing? Oh no, it doesn't matter. So we will never lose. That I didn't ever be taller. That she love some another. Just cause you think you know me, don't try to change my mind. Happiness of seeing a newborn. All future back to be dream of. Everything will be judged by our moral life. Always some labels in the hands. Great papers that I need a phone. Don't mind if they make a mistake. Let go of their love. Whoa, what's the worth of nothing? Whoa, what's the worth of nothing? Please spread these words forever. Oh, storyteller. Whoa, what's the worth of nothing? Whoa, what's the worth of nothing? How can it not matter? The soul we lost one by one. Look around, run around. There's nothing left to smile for. Look around, run around. There's nothing left to cry for. Whoa, what's the worth of nothing? Whoa, what's the worth of nothing? Don't ever let it fade out. Whoa, storyteller. Whoa, what's the worth of nothing? Whoa, what's the worth of nothing? There is no need for sorrow. Great songs will never die.
Yes, I'm not first.
Oh, well, at least I know the mic's working. Ha ha ha! No, there's something in my throat, but I just finally drank the coffee. And the heat, that's fun. Oh god, there's so much going on. It's probably very loud for your folks. Yeah, there you go. That should help a little bit. It's been a bit since I've been on this channel. Been a little bit since the other one too. It's been yeah, only about a week. So. Alright, we're all there. Cool. Fucking love this track. Morning, morning, morning. Howdy, howdy. Coffee. From IronVerse Comics Club. Dogs. Yeah. Dogs. Yeah, Nita. Just wait a minute, see if more folks show up. We won't spend too much time on the catching up part. Plus, I just want to finish this track. What's your brother doing? Oh! I don't know! Hi, kids. Hi, kids. Yeah. Can't see Big Dog. He's down here next to me, though. Alright. Alright. Great track. It's very loud. What do we got here? Okay. I didn't think I had anything with this kind of jam band feel to it. Groovy, I'll take it. Alright, well, morning folks. Howdy. Back after quite a few hiatuses here and there. I've been, honestly, I just have not had the energy for it. Or the will, maybe? It could be the will. Might even go to the desire.
Brett McGowan.
I've had the desire.
Said. Least it's not improv jazz.
I am a big fan of jazz fusion. Massive fan. I just don't think I could play any of those tracks that I really enjoy. Sadly. It's got some steel guitar in it even. Fucking A. I do have jazz tracks on this too, though, somewhere in this playlist. But, like, there's hundreds of songs in this playlist, so I never know. Like, I think it's the first time this track's come up. Anyway, I do have some catching up, which is, I just wanted to see how long it's been, and it's been a while. 95. Oh. I didn't even add 95. Okay, we'll fix this. There are things to fix. Maintenance and whatnot. Past life, there's 95. Yeah, I didn't even add 95 to the playlist. That's frustrating. But that was 2 weeks. Probably closer to 3 at this point. It's probably just on a Wednesday, right? So it's just under 3. Yeah. Alright, excuse me. There it goes. It is now on the playlist. Yay! This should have been done that day. Okay, so we're caught up there. So yeah, it's been a couple weeks. Still is my intent to do this weekly, but work's been taking all my energy, and I'm not even there all the time. But like, I used to do streams, you know, when I could feel like it, and To Walk with Giants, the podcast I do with the ever incredible Laguna Munta. I've been consistent with that, luckily, and even though it's after work sometimes, and that's been rough, keeping the mind moving there. But we're changing that. Nonetheless, you know, I need to look up that quote because it keeps coming to mind, and I don't fudge and remember it. But it'll explain kind of how I've been feeling. I think it's from it's from Lord of the Rings. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
Brett McGowan said, I know the feeling, man. At my job we've basically been doing peak numbers even though this is supposed to be our down season.
Yeah, everybody's working harder and getting paid less, quote unquote. I mean, you're getting paid the same, but it's worth less, right? You're getting paid less. Yeah. But this is the quote. I feel thin, sort of stretched, like butter scraped over too much bread. Particularly the term scraped was what was eluding me when I was trying to remember it, because that's very apt. I've been spread very thin for a while, and so it's been more difficult to do these things and other things I'm asked for. Somebody asked me to do a comic review. It was the first time I've been asked to do a comic review in forever. It might be the first time I've actually been asked and didn't just do one. So I'd like to do that, but like adding shit on top of this. And the main reason the gig gets me so much is because, I mean, I could name every dog at the, I did it last night, in fact, in the back of my head, at the shelter. And so there's a lot of friends I worry about consistently, and putting that gig aside mentally and emotionally is the challenge. And it's been a wonderful gift for, I mean, I've had a lot of those, this very similar gift throughout my life, but it's a wonderful opportunity, and again, a challenge in letting go as a concept. And I'm a person who has difficulty with that, so it's a good thing. It's just, I'm still working at it. And it's a similar thing. We are very understaffed there as well, which is kind of usual. It's a hard job for people to want to keep because of what I'm talking about. But also, to the point where I'm more work for less pay. We were talking about that, right? Significantly more work on my end now. I basically manage it on the weekends, which, again, I'm happy to do. Everybody gets taken care of, all those good things, but it's tiring. Doing medicines as well. Doing a lot of things that like need to be done. So I'm grateful for the opportunity. But again, spread too thin, like too little, like butter scraped over too much bread. Anyway, I'm all right. It's just why I'm not, the artistic end of everything I do has been lesser. I've actually put that energy towards like redecorating the house for spring, and that's been really good for me mentally. I picked up some lighting effects and a couple little like neon signs and stuff just to change the lighting in the evenings, and that's made a big mental difference. It's just fun. So that's been good. That's where the little bit of creative energy I've had. I've got my other gig is kind of an artist assistant at this point, but it's also home health care. It's a lot of different jobs. But I'm also learning how to build a painting canvas from scratch. And quote unquote from scratch. Again, you'd have to build the universe first, right? But from, what do they call it? Masonite and actual canvas paper and gesso, and figuring out how to do that, because getting a hold of canvases large enough for some forms of painting expression is very difficult. And anyway, I've got that wonderful opportunity to learn how to do that, and so I'm excited for that to continue. Just be nice to make really big canvases for myself too. I enjoy painting. I read finally on one of these fucking things I can talk about comics. I fucking read because that was another thing that was falling behind. It took me a lot longer than it usually does. I can usually finish these like the evening I get them, but I just have not been able to actively participate in reading much. But I have a bit more, so I'm happy about it. Get prepared for one of the worst. It's not as bad in person, but on video and the picture on Amazon is terrible. But it's still not very good. It's a terrible cover. Lupin the Third, Thick as Thieves. It's the second in the American release, classic collection, whatever. They're not in order. It's not like you're starting at the beginning and going to the end. Lupin the Third is very episodic, so it's not a biggie, and they make sure that if a storyline's multiple arcs, those are all together, right? But it's nice to be able to read Lupin. Getting a hold of it in English is difficult, and these have been the releases that have been coming out. And this cover is, again, it's not great. It's not as bad as it looks, but it's not great. Super enjoyable. I show some, but the Lupin the Third does sometimes have nudity, which is playful Japanese nudity, which I don't think they do anymore. I think the Western influence kind of did that a discredit, honestly. But nonetheless, it was fun. I love Monkey Punch's stuff. Goofy. It's not always super clear, but I always get a chuckle, and the pacing's great, and the stories are very contained, and it's more comic strip than it is manga, and I needed that. That's how I got through this recently. A lot of fun. I can recommend them. The price is bad. The hardcover's nice. It's just that cover is not good. The previous cover's much better for the first volume. This is the second classic manga collection, whatever you want to call it. I'll keep getting these. Again, because I really appreciate Lupin the Third. It was one of the first anime I watched back on Adult Swim. And the personality is always fun. The characters are entertaining as hell, very well defined. And the interplay in the manga is a lot of fucking fun because it's more concise and more brought down to gags, right, than it is in any of the anime that I've seen. And it's really nice, like bathroom read. I think that's how I got through a lot of it, because you're not committing to anything but a short storyline, right? And you're gonna get some entertainment out of it. It's exactly what I wanted. So that's the big one I read all the way through recently, or at least between the last Coffee and Comics and this one. I usually read right through these as well. Still waiting for Oda here to let go of Wano. I think he will here shortly. I think this volume he will, and we'll start moving on to the next thing, which I think has to do with the big world government scientist. I forgot his name, or their name, because I think it's actually a lady, and that's the big Samus Aran style reveal. But it's nice to have One Piece again. But yeah, I'm only like two chapters into this volume. I usually tear through them. Just hasn't happened, which is surprising. But then I'll be caught up on the English releases and be waiting for volume 106. I'm glad he's taking a break after Toriyama to reevaluate and reschedule and hopefully figure out how to manage his health. Then, of course, I had to, when Toriyama passed, and we will spend some time checking out this beautiful fucking website that 547 artistic tributes to Mr. Toriyama. But I started Dragon Ball again. Didn't get as far as I wanted again. I think Master Roshi just showed up. Yeah. And he just gave him Quinton, the cloud, right, for saving his turtle buddy. So fun. Dragon Ball's so fun. And then my buddy Laguna Munta started his first manga that I actually got him to read, which is killer, which is Nazca of the Valley of the Wind. So I started reading that again so I can remember it, because he kept talking about it enthusiastically, and I was like, oh man, I don't remember it as well as I like, because it's been a few years since I read what was one of my favorite manga of all time. So I don't have that right here. It's on a shelf. But I did start that again. I didn't get as far as I'd like, though. I just read that more. So, but I've been reading at least comics again. I'm super stoked about that. It's been a while. I got a bunch of stuff in I want to read too from the indie community. Finally got Death Sworn in. I want to see if this version of Death Sworn was worth the wait, because I had the first 2 issues way back when it was published under a small Irish publisher, Revolver. And I want to see if the complete redesign and re-art and all that was actually, valuable. I collaborated with its creator quite a bit, and he kept his head down and just did the work until he could get it done, but it took a while. So anyway, I want to check that out. Still haven't checked out Kids and Monsters, which is from my awesome collaborator, Maxi Dallo, and Gift of Rebels, Adam Lawson. Still want to read that. Looks gorgeous, of course, and it's also got Mike Spicer on colors, which is incredible. Recently got in the new Captain Orange. I gotta catch up on that. Big Titty Goth Girlfriends I haven't read yet. New Saving the World came in. I'm so behind on my reading. I think what I want to do is the most boring stream you could think of, which is me just sitting here reading comics. And then like maybe giving my thoughts on them as I either go through them or finish them. It's boring, but it would probably get me to focus. I don't know if I have a hard time focusing lately. That's not just like turning into hypnotizing myself with something in the background. Music's been a big focus. Massive comfort for me, especially since this gig's gotten that next level of challenge. Listening to I must have listened to Tool's Fear Inoculum, the whole album, like 10 or 12 times at this point. At work, after work, lunchtime, different points. That album has been a lifesaver. And then we were talking about the jazz fusion album by Soften the Glare, which is Mudvayne's bassist's side project. That's been a lifesaver as well. Bouncy, non-offensive. I can play it at work without bothering the dogs or the other people. It's good stuff. Been in a new metal dive for a while. Korn, Linkin Park, Evanescence, Mudvayne. They've been the best out of that so far. I fucking love Mudvayne. Yeah. A lot of music. I was playing a lot of music there for a while, but it's been a couple weeks since I really dove into that. Comic-wise, back to that section. Jack number 4 should be, I heard from one backer at least that it reached England. It didn't reach, the books reached England beautifully. The poster that was included with the books did not. So I've got to figure that out. As far as I'm aware, I have not heard it's reached anywhere else internationally, which there's a lot of reasons for that. There's a lot of possible reasons for that, so I probably need to ask again. The Indiegogo updates don't seem to reach as many people anymore. I think the older your campaign is, it kind of makes sense, and also it depends on if these folks are, if they're serial backers, quote unquote, they back a bunch of projects. It's easy for your updates to get lost. When a project takes as long as this one has to fulfill, it's easy for it to get lost, or people change addresses and they don't change them on Indiegogo before we ship. There's things that happen. That need to be dealt with as it comes. So to say it's all kind of messy, and that kind of makes sense. But it's getting done. This week I order the standees. That's going to be cool. Get them shipped here, and then I'll sign them. And I still got to figure out the rest of the merch, how I want to handle that. I'd like to get a bulk load of the metal bookmarks, but it might be easier to just do the print-on-demand thing, so I've got to figure that out. We're slowly moving through it. The thing I could celebrate is all of the books should be out in one form or another, even if they're not out to the right addresses, because people forgot and changed and all that, because I took for fucking ever. That's fully on me. I've done a lot to mitigate that issue before we did this, but still. So we're getting there. I can't wait for number 4 to be finished, because I'm so excited for number 5's, like, the expression of it, what I want to do with it, what it means to me. I have no idea if how I'm going to accomplish number 5. Crowdfunding, yes, but how that's going to be accomplished, I have no idea. The YouTube crowdfunding circuit has been dying down. It still exists, and I still have some connections that may be willing to help at that point, but I also don't know if that's what I want to do. I think the reputation of our work has taken a whack due to in the last 2 projects and how they kind of manifested. So I'd like to earn some trust back by doing something simpler, easier, cheaper, and cleanly. before going to number 5. I've talked about this multiple times on this, so we'll figure that out once we get there. I still got a good chunk of fight on number 4 left before we get there. But anyway, it ain't over, I guess, is the point of that whole conversation. And then, is there anything else I really wanted to hit today? No, just that things are moving forward. And that's kind of the catching up, I think. Nothing else crazy. Yeah, no, nothing else crazy. Animals are good. I'm doing okay. Back's been off the last couple weeks, which has worried me. I've been stretching more to try and mitigate that. It's super tight. Been noticing it at work, which bugs me. Just keep stretching and figuring it out from there. Probably needs it needs more muscle activation there during the week, not just when I'm working. I think is part of it. Yeah. Oh, I guess the other thing is I'm back to learning Spanish, which has been nice. I so far have had a great experience with Duolingo. It's actually probably the favorite app on my phone at the moment. I mean, I've grown up in a Spanish-speaking area forever, so that's helpful. That's been nice to re-engage that muscle memory and, or that's kind of muscle memory, language memory. It's been rewarding and fun. Not very far though, so we'll see if that continues. I'm on like a month-long streak. That's the other bit, is that it structured it in such a way that's addictive like a video game, and that was very useful. But yeah, other than that, I think we are ready to dive into the thing I was kind of really interested in today. Oh, not that good, sir. Though that's not bad. Sure. Will this work? I don't know. I haven't done this for a while. Yes. So if you want to follow along or look yourself, this is the link. This wonderful individual known as Katsuka compiled, over 500, exactly 547 artistic tributes to Toriyama. So, of course, as you may or may not know, let me get the NVIDIA thing so I pop out of the back here. Get that running for one. Let me pop my background out of here. Where is that? There's that. And then I go to camera and we turn on the background removal. There we go. Cool. Anyway, this was a hard one. Unexpected, but with how things have been in the working conditions in the manga industry and how long this individual held up a large part of the manga industry, let alone the specifically shonen genre, it's not surprising eventually something was gonna give. Always going to be too soon. Watching the memorials to Toriyama as they were coming in, people's reactions and all of that, magical. It's a rarity on social media that I actually enjoy being there, particularly recently. But that one was really, really nice to see, and we're gonna go ahead and go through this for a little while and check out some of these beautiful artistic tributes. First one, which I don't know if you folks saw, but this is really cool. Peru did this. We're probably gonna mute this. Beautiful, massive fucking memorial mural to Toriyama. I forgot how many characters it's supposed to convey, but if I remember right, it's over 70. To say Toriyama had a global impact is minuscule, to say the least. You cannot convey the scale of the impact.
Brett McGowan said, "No surprise there. Dragon Ball is huge in Latin America."
Exactly. It was and due to a lot of the reasons we got anime as well, similar reasons. We didn't have to be as cheap, but the fact that you could license anime in particular, but Dragon Ball was a big one, one of the more popular ones, for so cheap for rebroadcast in a emerging, modernizing set of, geographical location, I guess, geographical area, Southern America, Mexico, so Central and Southern America. It's not surprising at all. But I just thought that was beautiful, a very large mural. Here's a Japanese tribute, beautiful first meeting kind of deal. That was nice to read too in Dragon Ball, the first meeting between Bulma and Goku. That stuff beautiful. 113,000 likes. Another beautiful piece. Look at that. We've got, is that Cooler? No, the dad, King Frieza. I think they're both Friezas, right? It's supposed to be Gohan. Or Goten, excuse me. Yeah, it's probably Goten because it's next to Chi-Chi. Can I get closer? It's just going to take me to Instagram. This thing too, I just saw it on Twitter. I'm sure it was all over like Instagram and other sites.
Brett McGowan
Oh, cool, there's detail shots.
said, "The only other anime that can rival Dragon Ball for popularity down there is Saint Seiya. LatAm is probably responsible for keeping it relevant."
Oh, I can see that. Was that Nappa? I think it's Nappa. There's Mr. Satan. I still will know him as Hercule. Oh, Kid Buu and a Cell Jr. fighting over something. That's neat. Of course, Mr. Popo. And there's Toriyama himself. That's neat. It's a nifty art style, too. It's clear, but it's a little... I'm going to say loose. Maybe it was even done with 3D models. What do you think? It feels like maybe it was, but that might just be the feel that the artist goes for. Is that Trunks drunk? Maybe. Oh, okay, what's this? Oh, neat. Oh. Ah, that's cool. That's fun. So I don't know if we'll go through all 500, but we might. I got time. Of course, his persona, Akira Bot. Very cool. Yeah, Akira Bot, and Ariale. Oh god, the demon from Sandland. I have read Sandland. They recently reprinted it, and they were starting to try and make that a whole franchise. I know a game's coming out. They're going to do a movie, and I mean, we give him a dishonor to say that, you know, oh, it's amazing, I can't wait for it. It's fine. Sandland was fine. It definitely doesn't overstay its welcome. It's as long as it needed to be. It's just about a volume and length. The world's not as, like, vibrant as Dragon Ball, like, not even close. And to be fair, though, again, it's comparing something this long to Dragon Ball, right? But even then, I don't know if I'm as interested in it. I read it, and again, I have no real desire to reread it anytime soon. I think a film, if it's just a film and not like, oh, we're going to make a TV series and we're going to extrapolate the fuck out of it, then it could be a good movie. Even then, it's fine. It's above mediocre. It wasn't, like, amazing. His designs, as always, particularly the main thing is the tank that they're driving through most of it, is really cool. The demon designs are cool. Toriyama was a master character designer, no question. So, but you know, I'm interested. I think it might get a little extra push because of his passing, right? Which isn't a bad thing, but on its own merits, it's fine. It's not incredible. Of course, a lot of people are Chrono Trigger fans, and I'm sure there's some Dragon Quest in there too, but I'm not familiar with Dragon Quest so much. Yeah. That's a cool bit. Oh, I like that art style. It's cute. It's chibi, but it's also like particularly the coloring and shading. Super neat. It's like cel-shaded, cartoony, 3D model-y. Very cool. Very, very cool. Toriyama. Goku. A lot of these folks are incredible colorists, painters, in probably both of those cases. Ah, that's neat. And Shenron. That's a cool Trunks design. Very American Western cartoony look. With what is considered the greatest character design of all time. The slime from Dragon Quest. No, I just saw a lot of people arguing about that. That was fun. That's neat. Again, it's this watercolor look. Maybe acrylic, but I think watercolor. Oh, here's a manga page. Very much in his style. Going down Snake Way. Yeah. Oh, that's very accurate. I love that. Very good stuff. What Toriyama was able to accomplish with the character of Goku
Eliza Barr
throughout the
said,
entirety of the
man,
evolution of Dragon Ball.
the myth, the cowboy. Brett McGowan
Yes, and welcome Eliza Barr.
said, fun fact, Aril is the one character Goku can't beat. That's from Toriyama's mouth.
That's fair, and I could see that very well. The thing I learned, which I should have connected, but I never really put together, I never dove into Dr. Slump. To be fair, I probably should. I bet I'd like it because it's more on the gag end of his creating, and that's my favorite part of his creating, honestly. Is how he was able to pull off the gags. Is that Ariale, excuse me, inspired Mario's design and movements and stuff as it evolved, and I was like, oh, duh, now I see that. But yeah, that I didn't learn until he passed. That's a neat design too. Again, really impressed with the watercolor look. That's very cool. Well, let's see what this is. Well, welcome, Livebar. Oh, okay, it was just like an animation of him as Goku in a slump hat. Yeah, that's neat. Oh, shut up, Instagram. In fact, I recently deleted the IronVerse Comics Facebook thing because I never used it. I don't need to be on more platforms than I can actually manage. Yeah, and the coloring though, but going down Snake Way, very cool. Redesigns of the villains. I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, I'm not sure what the redesigns are supposed to be emulating. Cyberpunk or something? They're neat. Frieza's not redesigned. Back there. Oh no! Ha! Frieza's not redesigned, but the ship he's in is. His little. Yeah, that's funny. Okay. Used to watch TV at 5:30. Yep. One of my biggest art influences, and you'll see that again and again. How many people picked up a martial art or the arts in general because of Toriyama? Is that's the one. Like when Miura passed, it was a lot of like mental health stuff that I would read, and duh, if you've read Berserk, duh. But when Toriyama passed, it was more inspiration. Incredible to see. Like, I had never seen a wave of artistic inspiration. I mean, even Macron did a tribute thing to Toriyama, like the French president. I'm a fan, but the fact of the matter is, like, internationally recognized and inspirational is again we'll go through these and you'll see, but it can't be understated. It's impossible. Like, it's the scale of it is unfathomable. Yeah, the Cal art style, I'm not surprised, but very cool. Okay, there's another one. I'm guessing it's a gif of Goku chomping down. Yep. Have fun. Yeah, there's gonna be some of those. Let's see. He used to draw Goku countless times without getting tired. It was one of the first pieces of art that they sold. It was inspiration to always continue drawing. I don't remember when I stopped drawing it so often, but it never left my heart. Thank you. And another thank you. Gracias for everything, Master. That's neat. Thanks very much. Great world stories. Oh, I like that one a lot. Coloring, watercolor, acrylic paint style, and like the big filter over it that gives it the grainy. That's a really cool art style. Dragon Ball Z was such a huge influence on my childhood that I can't even imagine where to start, right from watching on TV with their sisters, to going to school and discussing the episodes the next day with my friends, and so much more. Even had a huge impact on the art I created, too. Still remember how hype it was watching Goku go Super Saiyan for the first time. A lot of people mention that, and I agree. Letting his rage actually take him to the next level after Krillin pops like a bubble. It still gives me goosebumps. And later on, when I got to delve into the world of OG Dragon Ball, which, again, that's my favorite, it was incredible. To see a manga that could apply to the young and old equally and also inspire so many others, not only in terms of art, but fitness and general life motivation, too. Yep. I remember following up on the weekly episodes of Super when it released back during his college days, and still being equally excited to watch our favorite Saiyans go all out. This artwork was created a while back. I want to share it again in memory. Can't thank him enough for how much impact he's had, and it is sad to see him gone. Rest in peace. That's a beautiful piece. Pequeño, a little homage for Akira Toriyama, a little memorial. Sadly, I can't go much further in that because my Spanish is not very good. Oh, that's a neat design. Look at that. Akira Toriyama is in my life since I was 3. When I discovered and got obsessed with Dragon Ball and Goku.
I'd be a different person without DBZ. It had that much of an impact on me.
Many say the same. So we'll keep seeing. Started drawing it and didn't stop until I was 13 without the influence. Wouldn't be the artist. My dad bought for me my first How to Draw Manga book, which was from Toriyama, and then the complete illustrations that blew their mind. There's so many memories and stories. Thank you. That's so good. That was a bit more edgy. I like it. Oh, I'm not sure. It's some kind of Eastern language. I want to say Arabic, but it might be Hindi. Again, not very good at that. Islam, Abashadi, it's possible. It's definitely Middle Eastern, I think. Oh, that's fun. Oh, interesting. I like the milk delivery stuff in Dragon Ball. That was a fun set of the training under Master Roshi with Krillin and Goku was such a fun arc, and Krillin getting humbled by Goku and then inspired by Goku. So good. So especially made us wonder, search for new adventures, made us believe we could be better, be a true friend, and also some bad people can have second chances. That's a big one. He changed the lives of so many boys and girls for the very first time. We grew up with him.
Eliza Barr
said,
"Yep. DBZ taught me that Shishi is the most powerful being in the universe. You know Goku has no concept of arrows, you know he would have thought them getting freaky was practice. She had to somehow out-wrestle him each time they made a kid."
No idea how that would work either, but, I mean, he kept his word. He promised he'd marry her if she could beat him, and then she almost does in the world tournament, if I remember right, or she fights him pretty good. Of course, it's Goku, so human and Goku, it's not even a close fight, and he does anyway. That's another good set. I'm hoping I do get through Dragon Ball again. As I said, I've started it. Did not get very far, though. The only thing I've read recently all the way through is that Lupin the Third. Which, again, a lot of fun. But Gratsu, yeah, that's a sad little sketch, but it's nice. It's very sweet. And then Akira Bot, of course. This morning, read the terrible news. Didn't know, I won't pretend it. There's no doubt about the worldwide legacy. Yes. Important part of their childhood. It's one of the drawing mentors. There's a lot of those by imitating his panels. Learn to draw fire, lightning, smoke, rock, trees. Learn common compositions, body poses, hands, dynamism, strength. Today, when I draw many of these things, he recalls those panels. Yeah. For all of this today, I wanted to pay a small tribute. Drawing the clouds and the skull, and as you know, the soul is following him. Learned how comfortable I felt. When folks my tribute on one of the aspects, his sense of humor, which that's also one of the I really respect as well. Was able to use humor without minimizing the impact of
Brett
the story
McGowan
and the seriousness that
said,
he was trying to convey. Very,
"It's no coincidence they tapped Sean Schemmel for Sun Wukong in Monkey Kid."
Not familiar with. I know Sun Wukong is the original, is Goku's inspiration journey to the West, right? But I do not know the Monkey King. But I don't know Monkey Kid, and I'm guessing Sean Schemmel is the voice actor for Goku in English. But I couldn't promise that. I do not know for sure.
Está na hora de irmos, Goku.
A gente tem que ir agora, Shenlong.
Brett McGowan
Okay, different dub.
said,
Bom, eu preciso
"Yeah,
ir.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Kakaroto, você vai treinar?
Is this Roshi?
Kakaroto, não me diga. Hã?
A gente se vê, Vegeta.
Kakaroto,
Beautiful time
a
lapse.
primeira vez que te vi foi quando eu estava em busca de planetas com um bom ambiente para depois vendê-los. Até que enfim chegou. Será que eu posso saber para que veio, Kakaroto? Espero que não tenha vindo disposto a me derrotar, porque é uma brincadeira de mau gosto e ninguém vai acreditar. E desde aquele instante, eu vivi só
Latin language.
para cumprir um objetivo, o de superar os poderes de Kakaroto.
Oi,
And then that, there's Super Saiyan 3 Go Tanks and his little ghosts. Yeah, they'll go on. Interesting style. That's pretty. Oh, I mean, I guess I could spend all day reading through these. There's 500 of them collected on this site. Mostly from Instagram, it looks like. Vegeta looks pissed off. He's in a manga. I like that. That's fun. Yeah. Oh, that's a good one, too. Very accurate to the style, too. That's cool. Neat. There's some beautiful pieces. Let's see. Oh, are those gone or something? Just decided not to load. There's a lot of these that didn't load. I could reload the page, see if they show back up. But then we'll lose our... Well, it won't be hard to find the place back. Let's give it a go. We're going through it. I want to go through it. Oh, it made the loading symbol, the Dragon Balls. That was smart. Give it a minute. Oh, because it's got to grab all of them from it. Yeah, duh. It's probably not the most efficient web page. So we are gonna miss them. There's just no way. Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's go back to where we were. We'll continue for a little bit. so no, these ones are certainly just not loaded. Oh well. You have no nose! One of the... Such a great gag. Dragon Ball, Krillin has no nose, fights the stinky guy. And he just has to remember he has no nose and kicks his ass. So good. So good. Some of the fourth wall breaks. Yeah, we're just gonna miss some. That's... Well, I mean, again, they could just be off of Instagram too. It might not even be the website's fault. That's a nice painting. Well, that one decided to pop in. I don't know. Oh, that's a neat style. Look at that. Somewhere between CG and 2D. Very cool. Nah. Original Game Boy style. That's cool. Yeah, that's just depressing. I get it. I get it. It was still very pretty, and that was the point. Yeah. That's nice. The wide range of influences is just incredible.
I'm pretty sure I broke the dragon radar. Do you think you could fix it for me?
That's cool. That's a neat art.
Brett
I
McGowan
saw quite a few of that
said,
kind of idea.
I hadn't had a death hit me this hard since Stan Lee.
Stan Lee hit me. Miura hit me harder than Stan. I appreciated Stan greatly. But there was a lot more well-known dichotomy to Stan and his influence on the arts business end and what Marvel became and things like that that complicated it for me. But as having like the old face of comics, that was rough. Miura hit me hard because of the unfinished story and what they accomplished with that story and the bravery that was placed, bravery and artistic skill and dedication, my God, that was placed on the page. This hit me again because it's just such an incredible set of inspiration. Like it is massive throughout so many different mediums. The same with Miura. I saw that a lot with the video game fandom as well. But again, it was more on mental health and these things, whereas again, Goku's just it inspired people, Dragon Ball in particular inspired people to better themselves in a myriad of different ways. And these expressions are just a very small example of that. Just a tiny percentage, and there's what, 550 on this thing. That's cool. There it is. And then the colors, yep. Flats, lighting, detail, very cool. That's cool too. That's great style. Is there... Oh, and then the smaller one. That's cool. Love the paint. That's gorgeous. And then directly Toriyama style. Like that is... Maybe those fingers are a little different. But like... So many creators. Thank you. Dips. What is this? Picked up the pencil and draw because your artwork from Dragon Quest. Dragon Ball was another reason, and learn basic anatomy. Jeez, the fucking monkey. That's tough. That's tough to qualify. I think Tezuka still holds that. But if there is a competition, it's between Toriyama and Tezuka. So, I mean, what, the entire medium of manga and anime wouldn't really exist without Tezuka. But I don't think it would have carried forward and evolved into what it is today without Toriyama. Not even close. Oh, again, let me go ahead. I'm going to throw this again because I want to keep shilling the site. I think it's beautiful. Somebody went and compiled all these. When I did a similar thing for Miura, I had to compile them myself and just kind of went through the thank you Miura threads to check these out. This was a lot easier. I'm so glad I came across it. Especially since I don't have Instagram. So, like, I wasn't exposed to any of these. Well, I do have Instagram. I just do not use it. It's another platform I probably should.
Brett McGowan said, "There's a whole generation of shonen manga that wouldn't exist without Dragon Ball."
And then there's a whole generation of manga that wouldn't exist without
Eliza
those
Barr
manga. It's crazy.
said, "I saw a lot of those on Twitter."
That makes sense. You know, if an artist's smart, they do use multiple platforms. I didn't see many on Twitter. There's a lot of these I haven't seen, though. That one's fun. But, you know, biased. There's a cowboy hat on it. And a saddle. I'm going to be biased. Skip track? Oh. Fine, I'll do it. I do have the robot going. No. That works. Oh, okay, it's a little gif of Roshi's sister. Forgot her name. That's cool. That sure is a style. This person likes unique eyes, I'll say.
Eliza Barr said, "You try out Blue Ski yet?" A lot of Twitter artists fled over there thinking somehow it was going to get them more visibility and commissions, but only artists are over there, so I wonder how that's going.
So I
Brett McGowan
am on Blue Sky.
said,
I just have been there
Fortune
twice.
Teller Baba
Thank you, Fortune Teller Baba. Thank you. It's Roshi's sister. That's how I remember her. But yeah, Fortune Teller Baba. Thank you. I have been on Blue Sky. I've just been there like twice. I signed up for it, got in, created a profile, reposted, which is what they use on X now too, or whatever. Shared some work, and then like I forgot it existed. Okay, this one I saw on Twitter. I remember the very unique rainbow coloring. Cigarros, gasesas. That's funny because it's from that little panel I was seeing. He shared like, "Hope in Paradise is like this," and he mentions that's fun. Oh, and there's the animals. Oh, that's damn cute. You don't get to do that to me. That's good. And then his industrial design background that influenced so many very, very cool buildings and mechanics within his body of work. So cool. Tiny cars. Very fun tiny cars. Oh, it's Blue Dragon finally. Somebody acknowledges Blue Dragon. Thank you. That's fun. Yeah. Yeah, I'm watching Z, filled notebooks, terrible doodles. one of the ideas that I really like, that's very, very true, and shows the resonance that he was able to connect to youth in particular, was how much he inspired kids, again, to, you know, try and go Super Saiyan, or in particular do the Kamehameha wave, right? Like, just a certain faith that's really hard to inspire. You know, Star Wars does it, and kids will have lightsabers and try and use the Force, right? That's one of the other examples. That's one of those very unique manifestations of the ability to inspire, and keep a spark of imagination, a very particular spark of imagination alive. It's really, really cool. Anyway, Poir, and oh god, the master of the senzu beans, what's his name? Kitty Cat. Master Roshi got the water from him. That's a big deal. It wasn't the first time you meet him. Goku's trying to get this very special water to help the native guy fight. No, to get revenge for the native, the guardian of the tower, whose like son Goku promised to avenge the dad because a certain assassin kills him, if I remember right. Oh, it's been a long time. But anyway, ends up being the master of the senzu beans as well. Most people probably know him of that because it's the art exchange in France with his friend Dexter. He was 14. We went to a comic store. Me being me, my attention went straight to the manga. Dragon Ball instant caught their eye. They didn't know what it was, who the characters were, but it was completely on. I fell in love with the books were Japanese, but it didn't matter. I had to have them. Only 42 of the 42 book collection, so 1526. What they chose, what amazed me, that though it was in another language, you could follow at least 80%. Yep, exactly. Very much a testament to their ability in visual storytelling. Very clean. Never have any problems reading Toriyama panels and flow. Very clean, non-confusing, very direct, never overdone. Again, all in Japanese, they're expensive. Each one I bought, I'd go through the page by page, studying the drawings. First time I saw the English was in 2000. I remember knowing my family always rushing back to my grandparents to watch or record it, no matter where we were. This is where I saw Goku become Super Saiyan. Again, that particular bit resonates with people so much. Ooh, I was going to highlight it, but it just wants me to go over there. Be no exaggeration to say that since visiting that comic store, Dragon Ball influenced the art style and ideas almost exclusively with, of course, Otomo and Masune Shiro. I don't know that individual. I definitely know Otomo, though. For at least 6 years, pretty much underpins anything they've done since. Very unique. Two very unique art styles, to be fair. That's wonderful. There's another one. Bending that back like Oda. Those great memories.
Brett McGowan
That's really
said,
cool. I like that.
Masamune Shiro did Ghost in the Shell.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, thank you. That makes sense. Yeah, see, I haven't even seen the Ghost in the Shell film. Yeah, it's one of those on the list that when I'm in the mood for a heavy cyberpunk style, I should. To be fair, I've had the Battle Angel Alita, and I'm a massive fan of Battle Angel Alita, the manga. I've had the old set of OVAs, or whatever you call them. There's like 3 parts in my downloaded for a long time, and I still haven't watched them either. So I did see all Cyberpunk Edge Runners recently, so maybe I'll get back into the heavier cyberpunk kind of vibes. And Ghost in the Shell is like required.
Eliza Barr
The things that are close to that, I've seen all the Appleseed films.
said,
I love myself the Appleseed
read
films.
the Ghost in the Shell manga first. It's not as cerebral as the first Ghost in the Shell movie.
Oh, interesting. So it's probably an easier go-to. Or
Brett
go
McGowan
through, excuse me.
said, the difference between the manga and movie versions of Ghost is like night and day, so you know.
Interesting. No idea. Merci, there's some French inspiration. That's cool. I like that. That's
Eliza Barr
neat.
said, every iteration of Git S is wildly different from every other version of it.
Oh, that's cool. Because I know there's like a long-running TV series as well. And then, of course, there's the live-action movie with Scarlett Johansson. These are wonderful. Let's see, does this one play on here? Oh, it does. Oh, neat.
Eliza Barr
That's a cool lift.
said, the Scar Joe movie is okay, it takes a lot of the best parts of all the different Git S franchises and mashes them together.
Oh, interesting. It's been so long since that came out, I don't remember what the reception was. I certainly know it wasn't, oh my god, this is an amazing adaptation, but I don't remember folks like freaking out about it either, so. Maybe it's alright.
Brett McGowan
I've got it
said,
around somewhere on DVD.
I actually did not that movie as much as I thought I would.
Did not hate.
Brett McGowan
Yeah.
said, did not hate.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, classic. What's that? Yeah. Android 13. The fun little Frankenstein guy. Some adventure time.
Eliza Barr said, people publicly hated it because Scar Joe is white. That's pretty much the critical reaction. Just racism.
Oh, got it.
LUL.
I kind of remember that. That's good stuff. Heavy inking. Well, I guess still inking when it's supposed to be emulating watercolors or ink in particular. No, this is supposed to be emulating ink. It's inking. I shouldn't even argue about that. In fact, I would say it's, even though it's doing it watery, it is still inking because it's an ink water. That's cool. That's cool. It's just different. My brain was like, do you still call that because it's watercolory? But no, it's inking. It's inky. It's just thinning ink. I like how they just like, her blue eyes. That's all. That's the only color. That's cool. Hi, Spud. How you doing, boy? Yeah. Oh, you can't see him. You can't. Oh, maybe there he is. Oh, it's a Spud snoot. It's a Spudson snoot. Oh, Lita, give me kisses too. Hi, sweetie. Yeah, I know. Another reason I don't stream much is spending less time at home, so I don't spend as much time with the dogs. And so things like this force me not to pay that much attention. Breaks my heart, but they're being very, very good. So, very cool, super realistic kind of style. I like that. Did you run out of songs? No, I must have heard me and then decided to turn that off. This is coffee. That's cool. Oh, can we see how it's made? Oh no, I just could see it disappear. That's bittersweet. Basically, all this is bittersweet. Oh, he has a big Kira tribute. That's cool. Oh, Akira Toriyama. Yeah, okay. I didn't think about that. That's dumb. I should have thought of that. That's neat. I like those minimalist, very Western styles. I saw this one on Twitter too. The Bluey tribute there. When I was a child, I always dreamed of being able to communicate as you did through your drawings. Thanks to you, many of us are fulfilling a dream. Again, like, that's the biggest takeaway I've found from these memorials and stuff is that as well. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. Oh, some of them are from X. Okay. From the Twits. I saw that one. X as well. I like that one. Grandpa Gohan didn't get as much love for being literally why Goku is Goku. Yeah, a lot of us were that. Oh, it's Miles and Spider-Man. That's kind of fun. That's cool. That's really. Ooh, let's see. Oh, it's just the one space. Oh, no. That's a cute, fun little animation. Yeah. Ah, that's neat. Oh, I like that. This was one too that just kind of, came out of nowhere. That's the other rough bit about this is I always kind of joked about, like, they kept bringing him back, right? Like, he finishes the Saiyan arc. They're like, okay, come back. It's selling well. We need you. And so, boom, he does a Cell Saga. It's supposed to be the last one. Finishes that. They're like, no, we still need you. He's like, okay, one more. Does the Boo Saga. And then he actually, like, forces himself to step away for a little bit. And they're like, oh, okay, well, we still want to do this. And so he gets I guess I'd use the term protege, and I want to say it's Togayashi, but I might have that I might have that family name incorrect. Who did Super? At least a large part of Super. The heavy lifting, let's say. Came back again, right? They just kept pulling him back, and it almost felt like they could do that forever, I guess is my point. And so when we got this news, I was very, very surprised, as many were, I'm sure, because it was a sudden kind of deal, and I don't know, that adds some bittersweet to it as well. It's a little much. So a little more chill, please. Oh, has no sound. Why is this a video? Just so it's harder to... I guess just so it's harder to steal. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Of course. One of the main reasons he became obsessed with drawing at a young age. The impact of the worlds he created is immeasurable. What a legacy. Yep. Ooh, pixel art. Very cool. It's a lot of these too, where it's folks, of course, discovering via anime. Which, honestly, I definitely discovered Dragon Ball Z long before Dragon Ball. And I did not, as a kiddo, resonate so much with Dragon Ball Z. I was definitely more into the Adult Swim style anime. And before that, Pokemon, right? And Yu-Gi-Oh! Dragon Ball Z was, again, how I caught it was just a bunch of people yelling, right? Like, it is how it was marketed to me. Once I got older, and I actually, watched, I think, a few of the movies, Then I started getting like the idea of what they were going for, and then eventually younger me got into downloading older anime and such, and then I watched all Dragon Ball all the way through, and I got it. Understood what was being done. It was so good. Yep, dirty old man Roshi. Neat little running loop. Cool. I like all the animations. That's cool too. Definitely some Charles Schultz in there as well. I like the animations. The people who went that far so far have just done very cool jobs. Neat little car. Broke off the wheel. So much of that.
Brett McGowan said, "Gonna knock off for a bit to make lunch, but I'll keep the stream running in the background."
Cool, cool. No, do what you need to do. Thank you for stopping by and saying howdy and sharing this. Much appreciated. I've been meaning to do this. I wanted to do it the Monday after I heard about the passing, which I think we heard about it over the weekend, like a Friday, if I remember correct. Or no, it was a Thursday, because then I had to go into work the next day, and it was like weighing on me for that whole section of work, that whole work week, quote unquote. Yeah. Bought a, I don't think I can show it to you because I have to pull it off the wall, and it was a pain in the ass to get up there, but I bought a rather large canvas tribute to Toriyama. It's neat. It's just Goku kind of waving goodbye to Shenron. But like, yeah, that one hurt. This one hurt. Because again, it felt like Dragon Ball and Mr. Toriyama would be around forever. Now, Dragon Ball will be around forever, right? Dragon Ball Super will probably be around for quite a long time. That's neat. I like that. Kind of modern arty, but still, I really like that. 42 seconds. I don't feel. Oh, okay. Oh, you just use your hand. The amount of art techniques. That's really cool. Neat. That's a neat little time lapse. I don't know what you'd call that style. Yeah, it's a good piece, composition wise. It's a neat style too. Oh, okay. Bye, everybody. Goes to King Kai's world. Motherfucker. I didn't know where else to take him. Oh, that's neat. Is that actually from that creator? I'm not sure, but that's cool. This guy's got a crazy faces. Oh, all the tech. That's I like that. There's so many cool pieces. So glad this person went ahead and put up this website. I don't know how long it'll last. A lot of the links will probably die eventually, but it's a neat little memorial site. It's good Bulma. Great art already. Nope, and then they're trying to load again. Oh, that's a unique style. Was that 18 and 21? Something like that. Dr. Giro. Dragon Slump. Cute. Oh, what the? Oh, that's really nice. Thank you. Ah. F and A, man. I don't know how far. I would like to have the tenacity to get through all 547 pieces, but mechanic stuff. Yep. That's nice. Ah. Had Nappa as a choice. That's interesting. Oh, I saw that one too on Twitter before. Oh, it looks like we may have broke the site. Yeah, nothing else is loading in. Well, I guess that's probably where we stopped then. No, nope, there we go. We got one. We got two. That one's a little muddy, but I get the idea. King of Comics. He's the Elvis, Beatles, and Michael Jackson. Yeah. That's neat. Ah, okay, here we go. Just had to keep going. Sad news, yep, can't express how much. I have vivid memories of when I saw it, 5 years old, and I felt there was something special. The mix of exotism, okay, sense of wonder, and overall charming. This book, How to Make Manga, made me want to become a comic artist, and so they did. There's Dragon Quest again. No, that's Chrono Trigger, excuse me. I saw this one too because I got a big deal because like even the Smurfs are doing that. Yeah, I remember that. There's another Grandpa Gohan one. That one's always going to get me. Because again, I don't think Grandpa Gohan got enough love. Sure, it might be because he dropped Goku on his head, but then he raised him right afterwards, right? Chatsu. Oh, that's neat. Let's see. Oh, it's just quick. Track was cool. Animation, of course, is good. Oh, interesting. I like the hair. That's cool. That's funny. Just a bunch of tubes. Oh, God. Smarty Farty. Oh, for the funeral. Man. Ah. Well, that's it. We actually got to the bottom. So a lot of them, of course, didn't load correctly. But we actually got through them. You can look for specific artists. That's neat. So I'm going to link this again. I don't know if they're going to keep adding to it, what have you. But I definitely want to link it again. If you want to check it out yourself, spend some time. There are, of course, many amazing artists, particularly if you're on Instagram. You can go ahead. You can even follow from this site, which is cool. So, like, I'm going to follow this guy because that's a really cool piece. Yeah, makes sense. Thought this is super useful. I like it. It's not just it's very, super cool. Like, very sweet. I'm going to keep reading Dragon Ball as I can. I'm behind on so much reading. Yeah, that was nice. Kind of wish I could have seen more. There's a large chunk there that we couldn't see. But definitely check it out. Website's there. Definitely worth your time. Support Katsuka. I believe I found it through X. I'm going to go ahead and link the tweet that links to this as well if you want to share that. If you enjoyed, checking out the site there, I greatly appreciate that. Just as a thank you for doing all that hard work. It's not a easy thing. Oh, that's running. It's just being weird. Boom, we got that. So that's just that. Looking for that link. Just a second, folks. I think it's my top bookmark. So X is being grumpy. I guess because all the Instagram love I was inadvertently giving. So yeah, it's frozen as fuck. That's actually impressive. I'm not even mad. That's impressive. Eat the whole wheel of cheese. Come on. There we go. Oh, there's a link from Brett. Let's see. Just know what I'm looking for, but I just want to see if things are loading. Oh, got it. Cool, I'll check that out. Do bookmarks though. I want to link the original Katsuka tweet, if I may. Yeah, there it is. Cool. It had plenty of shares, but I do not care. So there's that link. I think I'm following Katsuka now too. Worldwide animation news and pics from mainstream to indie. So it was a website. It was a manga website that actually took the time to compile that. That's very cool. And yeah, that's the main stuff I wanted to tackle today. Talked a little bit about my reading. We talked a good chunk about where Jack 4 is, which is moving still. Sum it up as it's all messy, but it is getting cleaned up. All the books should be out to the addresses that we had at the time. So there's going to be there's at least one German address that we had already sent it out, and they're like, oh, I hope you didn't send it out. So we'll see how that lands. I don't know what happens to undeliverable mail, or if it just ended up at the new owner's house, and now they have a wonderful copy of Jack Irons number 4, and we'll have to send out another one to this individual, and that's fine. It's part of the recovery effort that's going on at IronVerse Comics. Yeah, I was checking out Dragon Ball. We read through I read through Lupin the Third, this terrible cover but wonderful set of Monkey Punch. I mean, again, it's not in order or anything, but I recommend these if you're trying to collect Lupin the Third in English. It's about your best bet. It's kind of a greatest. It's so far it's 2 of those kind of tankobon size with concept of greatest hits, right? So it's not in order. It's not specific storylines per se. It's just like, oh, these are the top picks. So it's been enjoyable though. It's Lupin the Third, so there's not tons of structure. Sometimes there's like 3 chapters in a row. That's one storyline, one heist, but that's it. Totally recommend it. It's a lot of fun. If you're looking for something not serious, quickly paced, and just a lot of fun, yeah, can't recommend that enough. Reading One Piece, volume 105. Usually I tear through those. Wano, towards the end here, is taking forever to move on. I think I finally understand why people complained about Wano so much, because I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it all the way up to defeating Kaido and all of that, and then they just won't leave the fucking island. We're getting there, though. We're getting there, so... I think there's a whole volume almost of celebration of defeating Kaido, which Oda did for basically every arc. He has like this, they'll defeat the big bad and then they'll celebrate defeating you, which is wonderful, but this one's taken a while. So it's overstaying his welcome a bit. More than Skypiea did, which is impressive. And then I started Nazca Valley of the Wind again to try and read it alongside the ever-incredible Laguna Munta, but I didn't get that far in that either. I just have not been able to read much. Only reason I read Lupin the Third is because it's breezy. Yeah. I guess that catches us up. Should be ordering the standees for issue number 4 this week. Hopefully those will come in a couple weeks. I'll have those. I'll sign them. I want at the same time to kind of plan how I want to deliver that merch. I'd like to get maybe the posters in bulk and then maybe sign those as well and send them out. The other option is to do the print-on-demand thing, which I think per unit is far more expensive. So I'll have to figure that out. I don't know. But we're moving along. It is recovering, and I can't wait for whatever the next expression of IronVerse Comics is going to be. I am unsure, honestly. I'm excited to write number 5, but I don't feel I've personally earned the right to think on that level just yet. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Slow recovery, but at least all the books are out, and now it's just cleaning up that part alongside getting the merch and stuff together. So we're getting there. We're catching up. Thank you folks for checking out Akira Toriyama tribute site with me. That was a lot of fun. Beautiful fucking expressions of a man's legacy and work. I wouldn't dare expect anything close to that during my lifetime, but it is wonderful to see that stuff like that not only can, but does exist. It's really, really, really cool. And yeah, I will see you folks later. I don't know if later today, but later. Hopefully next week at the latest. If you follow the other project I've been doing lately, To Walk with Giants, I've been doing with Laguna Munta. We should premiere a new episode Sunday that we are pre-recording today. We're going to do the pre-record thing to see if some editing and fudging around will help with our production. So that's fun. I'm excited for that. But yeah. Adios, amigos. Vaya con Dios. And I will see you later on. Oh, music just stopped, but that's because it's not on here, is it? Yeah! Okay, well, that's alright. We're going to go ahead and run this trailer, and I will see you folks later.